Williams. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube /WGLNA. As always, guys, check this out on battleviewer.com if you're not there already. And finally, follow us on Twitter @WGLNA so you guys can stay up to date on what's happening in the community around you.
You can also respond to our question of the day.
That's right.
Last and final time of the season, I will ask, who is your choice for league MVP?
For me, it still stays the same. It's going to be Alex Mathis. That is my choice. Amazing man in the artillery, always making those weekly highlights. David, what about you?
There's players like Alex Mathis, KT, Drogon. We can keep going down the list. All of them great. Choosing a superlative, just too difficult for me. So I go with the callers, and it's got to be DeKillzor this time around.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know your thoughts on Twitter. Right now, our fourth and final match is getting ready to be underway. It's going to be Refuse versus #RU. On the side of Refuse for the face-off, we've got Coolhammer. And on the side of #RU, we've got Master Putin. Gentlemen, welcome to the face-off.
Hey, all.
Hello,
Hey, guys.
hello.
Hello, Priet.
Look at that. Coolhammer. Going to go ahead and start with you. We've asked this to the teams tonight, and as the season is coming to a close, we'd love to hear your answer. What are your thoughts so far on this season?
Oh my god. Did I lose internet again?
Nope, you're here, Coolhammer.
No, we hear you.
Okay, I hear you. Okay.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question,
Yeah, I'll
please?
re-ask the question. So far, as the season comes to an end, what are your guys' thoughts on the season?
In the past 2 weeks, we decided to take a break, so we haven't been really practicing. We're just taking it easy, relax. We had a great season start, and we hope, like, maybe we'll lose tonight, but hopefully not.
All right, well, that's a great mentality to go in, and I mean, congratulations having the luxury of being able to do that.
All right, Coolhammer.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you want to say to your fans on behalf of Team Refuse?
Like, going in from the last season, not a lot of people believed in us. So thanks a lot to the few of you who believed in us. Of course, we changed name going from Top Tier to Team Refuse. So thanks also to our sponsor, guys that have been following us on Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. Thanks a lot for that, and we hope we don't disappoint you.
There you go. Well, you guys definitely haven't been disappointing so far, as you are on the top two teams. And somebody having that first place so far this season. Again, congratulations on that. Over on the side of #RU, Master Poot. Sir, it's good to see you. The question I'm going to repeat as I did to Coolhammer. So far this season, what do you got? What are you guys' thoughts?
Very bad.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
not much
alright.
to say. We started fairly well. We had a strong roster. We brought #RU Spirit back. You know, we beat Elevate, we beat Simp.
Yeah.
And then, you know, stuff hit the fan.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I can tell you one thing. You definitely still do have David's affection. He talks nothing but the highest about you, Master Poot.
Well, there is, I guess, displaying that even further. There's still a chance, Putin, that this wouldn't be the furthest deficit you've ever climbed out of, I think. I'll have to actually go back and run those numbers. So, for you, Putin, is there anything you would like to say to your fans on behalf of #RU and yourself?
Yeah, that's why I came tonight to the face-off. I want to say thank you to everyone who believed in us. It's nice to see people cheer and want us to win. We put a lot of time into the team, so it feels nice. Thank you, guys. You're awesome.
Well, again, you definitely deserve all the praise you guys get. Congratulations, both of you, even just making this far, making it into the Gold League. Not an easy task whatsoever. Before we get in now to the final battle of the night, Coolhammer, you have anything to say to Master Putin before we start?
Good luck and have fun. That's it.
There we go. Master Putin, your response?
Yeah, good luck to Refuse. Looks like you guys are doing great. Don't make any unnecessary changes. I can tell you that from experience.
All right, well, there you go. Taking the words from...
I'm wearing my professional Russian shirt today, so
there we go.
It's on. And I hope you guys send me on your fantasy teams.
There we go.
I only wear this when I drive tanks, and I hunt bear with bare hands.
It works.
So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, let's see if that can come across now, if you can take the real life into the tank world. Ladies and gentlemen, just gentlemen, best of luck before we get into this next battle. Best of luck to both. Right. Well, not
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean, no, ladies and gentlemen? Then I realized you were addressing them.
But I'm
okay, so I misspoke. I was wrong. Putin knew it. He just didn't want to argue with me live on air. there actually is no chance for #RU to come back
Okay.
in the finals this time. So if they did win, it would give them 17 points, which would tie them with 07.
Okay.
And 07 would essentially, since they won the head-to-head fight, 07 did, that means 07 would go instead. So as I believe it right now, this is locked up the top 6, and we are basically fighting to determine who goes everywhere else.
Okay. Well, one thing we want to talk about, Comps did say
who gets what seed.
Comps did say on the last matchup that for Noble they wanted #U to take a point off of Refuse at the time.
Yes.
What was that for?
Okay, so Noble has a chance of getting 25 points if they win their next match for full points. And right now, Refuse has 24. So Refuse just has to. Actually, I think he got it wrong. Anyways, if Refuse wins this, they're guaranteed second seed.
There we go. Well,
That's the end of the story right there.
let's pull up the rosters now as we continue, guys. You know them. You love both of these guys. You've seen them all season. Nothing new has changed on either side. So David, looking through Refuse, is that a clean win, tiebreaker win, or both?
They have to get a clean win, from what I understand, to guarantee everything. I think they can also win it through a tiebreaker. Let me do some quick mental math here. Yes, so they'll lock it up with either an overtime win or just a regular win.
Great. That's great for them.
They needed to restrict. Noble needed #U to restrict Refuse to 1 point.
Gotcha.
And then they would get the draw that they're after.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our fourth and final matchup of the night is ready to go underway. Refuse Gaming versus #RU. We're starting out onto Lakeville. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
So, Refuse Gaming, 2 IS-3s, 3 T-54 lightweights, LTTB, and a WZ-131. #RU with 3 IS-3s, 3 T-54 lightweights, and FE-304. #U is on offense, Refuse is on defense of Lakeville. So yeah, just brushing up. Refuse, if they need 2 points to guarantee their second place. If they got first, or if they got 1 point, Noble beat them in the head-to-head, so Noble would take second. But as it is, there's already action popping off. Refuse Gaming coming right out of the gate after him.
Super aggressive play now coming through. E63, Drogon, and the rest of the members of Refuse all pushing into the city, looking for a kill where they can find it, taking a little bit of damage. Abrasive now taking a chunk out on this T-54 lightweight, and they have, looks like, successfully pushed #U out of the city. But #U actually coming in on the side. They want to fight this. Abrasive. More damage going through there. Rude Awakening being responsible for that, as well as Memory League and his LTTB. More shots going through. Rude Awakening now below half health. One more shot in Abrasive, and he will take it. E63, extremely aggressive, running out on top. Kazo picking that one up. Memory League finding Abrasive now. A 1-for-1 exchange, but game is rigged. Finding Rude Awakening. It's an absolute bloodbath here in the city. KT popping out to take the shot. Picking up Topol, and game is rigged. Finds Memory League. 1-for-1, back and forth. The shot going in from the clips there. Master Putin finds Drogon. Refuse now down 3 tanks. #U has 5. The Blind Banana taking Kazo down. Coolhammer finding game is rigged. It is now a 3-on-3. Let's see who's going to come out on top, because Refuse Gaming is about 1,000 HP points ahead of #U at this point, and climbing as Coolhammer, KT, and Sublime Banana are doing absolute work here. Master Putin saves that shot for Coolhammer. Unfortunately, it does not connect, allowing KT and Sublime to pick up 2 more tanks. It is just Eclipse in that FV-304.
He hit that too?
He hit, yeah, he's...
Eclipse finally playing in artillery. Too little, too late for me, Eclipse. I don't know if I can keep being a fanboy of your artillery play if you haven't played it so much this season. He hits again.
Man, you praised him for a reason, but he does go down. KT picking that one up, and #Refuse coming very strong out of the gate there for the first battle.
Yeah, and
everything.
That was dicey for a second there, and then a couple quick kills in a row brought it back. We can go to statistics. It's been a while.
Let's do it. Don't riot. We don't want you to riot. Let's get it.
I still kind of want him to riot. KT shooting 8 for 8, essentially. 2,000 damage. Sublime Banana 5 for 5 out of their overall.
Wow.
And that's what I care about. You know, these missed shots in some situations mean a lot to me.
Okay.
But I basically give everybody 1 or 2 just because they're closing the gap. You know,
Sure.
Especially in an aggressive situation. I care more about how many times you hit and how many times you penetrated and how many times you hit. But I'm a strange duck in that instance. Game is rigged, leading his team with a perfect 6, 1,400. Overall, just a very aggressive move, especially on defense for Team Refuse. For a second there, I thought they were taking it a little bit too lightly. It's like you could easily lose your second place seed if you mess this up.
Can they?
Yeah. If they lose all points, like we were just talking about, if they bring up 0 points on this, or even 1 point, if they lose it all,
right,
overtime or regular, then they drop down.
Sure.
So as long as they win, they'll be okay. But you want to get this over and done with. You know what I mean?
Well, they were showing that with that push very clearly, as if they want to just clean this one up, make it But again, like you're saying, it got very dicey in the center there. #U actually was up 5-3 against Refuse Gaming. Those quick back-to-back kills.
There are a lot of teams who underperform. That you could rush them, and it's not a bad idea. Refuse has done it to a number of teams, right?
Right.
But this #U is not one of them.
Okay.
#U underperforms because their communication breaks down and whatnot, not because they can't play tanks. In fact, that's what they're best at. So if you play that messy fight, man, I don't know. A lot of talent on both teams, though, and we'll see exactly what's coming out from the next match.
That's right. Refuse now up 1-0 against #U. Ladies and gentlemen, right back into Lakeville. Same sides as last time. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tank.
Refuse Gaming with an IS-3, a T-32, 3 T-54 lightweights, an LTDB, and a WZ-131. #U with 3 IS-3s, a T-32, 2 T-54 lightweights, and an M44.
Switching out the FB304 for an M44. Yeah, I think we talked about this before briefly on Lakeville, but again, what is the main difference? Is it just the arc between those two artilleries?
Arc, damage, reload time.
Okay.
So basically, if you're looking for a bigger hit, more of a splash, but it's harder to hit that shot, it has a longer reload, M44.
Okay.
If you're looking for more guaranteed angles, so overbuildings, more frequent resets, smaller amounts of damage, but more hits overall, FB304. It also doubles uniquely as a scout, which we've seen a number of times.
Man. Oh man, yeah.
Or
fight breast cancer.
As I believe as Mr. Jingles put it, if it were to pull up against a light tank at a stoplight, it's the kind of artillery that would not only burn you off the line, but it would steal your girlfriend. It was something like that.
That is well put.
Jingles is a genius occasionally. That was one of those times. That's the origin story of Bert. He names it Bert.
Wow.
And you can also write Bert on the side of it, which I think is probably why it was named that in general. But I don't know. We're getting pretty far out of pocket here. There's still a match happening. Master Putin in the middle. 3 tank flank coming out of Refuse. But #U, no muss, no fuss, gonna take everything right down the K line. And with the spread that Refuse has right now, this is #U's game to win.
All right, let's see if they can win it. Indeed, Master Putin takes some shots there on the center road. Memory League and Drogon, as well as EC30, come around the side. The question is, will Eclipse be spotted? He still is in the clear as of now, but that could change any moment. And once he is there he is, getting lit up there and getting annihilated the moment he was spotted. Drogon picking up that kill. Now, #U know they have some sort of an overmatch. The question is, can they take it? E63 closing down in on Master Putin's position here in the center of the fight. Going out over down in the south corner. Game is great, picking up Sublime Banana. Now Master Putin taking some more shots there from the center. Now, as well as #U continuing to push out through. Let's see if Refuse Gaming can hold this. So they are ahead right now, technically in HP. Rude Awakening on the run. Cool Hammer is one more shot away. Master Putin bouncing the shot, and Kazo finding Cool Hammer there. More damage, a chaotic fight indeed coming out from both of these tanks. It is a 6-on-5 in favor of #RU. Rude Awakening is one more shot away. E63 finds Master Putin. A lot of tanks going down at once. Kazo found Rude Awakening. Drogon picking up Eclipse there, and now Gaming's going down way early. We have another member of #RU. Drogon doing his best to stay alive as long as possible. Valera being tracked by E63 from the center road. Control of the center does go to Refuse Gaming. Let's see how well they can use it. Another good shot there. Going on to Valera. The shot hitting Topol. But Drogon going down. Topol picking that one up in his IS-3. It is now a 4-on-2. But every member of #U is extremely low. We have E63. Pretty healthy. KT is below half, but Memory Leak in his LTTB.
It's on Memory Leak right now.
Yeah.
His position is so important. He can make or break it right now. And #U is recognizing this. They're turning and they're trying to take him out. There's no way for E63 and KT to really capitalize on that mistake. or on not a mistake, but that event even happening. Memory Leak wisely backing off, pumping the brakes a little bit, reminded they're on defense. Hashtag has to come after them with tanks that are all almost one-shot or one-shot into a pretty good position for E63 and KT, who will very likely hit their shots. KT just, I don't know, just driving in the open because he doesn't care anymore. I look like care about his life, I mean. Like, I don't know. That is a crazy move that was completely unnecessary. That is not something you typically see out of Refuse or KT.
All right, well, let's see if that was a mistake. That was the nail in the coffin, or if somehow Refuse can use that KT's position to come out on top. Topol has repositioned. He is now moving through the city, trying to get behind Memory Leak fourth flank. And if he can successfully pull this off, this might be exactly what Hashtag U needs to find a victory and tie it up 1-1 here. He's coming around the corner. The spots will be any moment here. Topol looking for Memory. Memory looking for Topol. His track is turning. He actually is caught out here. And Topol finding Memory Leak. A nice pickup there in that IS-3. He actually even bounces the shot from KT, allowing possibly Game to bring it towards top. No, E63 picking Topol up, making it again a 2-on-2 here. On to Lakeville. A very intense battle indeed. 2 minutes.
KT.
Oh, the shot was...
This is killing me. Sorry.
No, it's
Continue.
fine. I'll say the shot going out for KT, or for Game Rig there. I'm assuming your frustration was KT could have easily just popped over and took the shot.
He had Game's Rig, yeah.
He
Both tanks
take
fired.
it. Oh man, 250.
63, pulling it out of the fire.
There
KT
it
getting
is.
the cleanup kill there.
Oh,
Not
man.
much Game is Rigged could do different than that. E63 cleaning up, like I said. Both of them very solid players in those tanks. And
Absolutely.
the fact that they had to, that Hashtag U had to go after Memory Leak pretty much details what I was talking about, him being one of the more critical tanks overall. All of a sudden, this match generating statistics worth looking at.
Great.
All night.
This is good.
All night. It's just been mostly even numbers. Nothing really stand out. So let's go to him.
Do it.
Topol leading off. Hashtag RU with 2,300. Game is rigged right behind him with 2,000. Everybody else, you know, not great, not bad. Although Eclipse pretty much got wrecked. Didn't even fire twice. Hit once, didn't pen. Looks like he's firing heat. And then E63, obviously 4 kills, 2,000 damage for his team, coming out right down the middle and clearing up a lot of that mess that Hashtag U created by just doing a rush we've seen him do a couple times. I'm not really sure why Refuse split. Probably just to make sure they could get the artillery. And I think they looked at the lineup of Hashtag RU, how heavy it was, how slow it was.
And they knew if they took
and they knew they could get around
quick enough.
Quick enough, I guess. I mean, they could have gone faster. They scouted the corner a little bit too cautiously, I would say. I mean, odds of that many IS-3s coming down. Well, no, now that I think about it. I'm going to actually waffle and contradict myself on that one. A lot of IS-3s barreling down the 1-2 line would be a huge problem.
Really?
If they got there.
Okay. So maybe Refuse just getting... I mean, again, it got close. Refuse only had about 400 points of HP left in that battle. It could have been anyone's game for the longest time. Hashtag U doing a good job staying relatively toe-to-toe with this top team.
Yeah, Refuse is not breaking out any sort of fancy strategy here.
There's being blunt.
And they're playing tank-on-tank battles. Just a game Hashtag RU is good at.
They're showing it as well.
Refuse has an incredible amount of talent on their team. I mean, you look at their statistics, their overall team penetration rates and their track shots and that kind of thing, and all of them are high. And there's only one other team in the league that really has that kind of cohesion and that kind of numbers, and it's High Voltage.
All right, well, they are the top 2 teams for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, we are now ready for our third battle of our 4th match of the night. We have switched sides, so let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tank.
Refuse Gaming now on offense with 3 IS-3s, 2 T-54 lightweights, and 2 WZ-131s. Hashtag U on defense with 3 IS-3s, 2 T-54 lightweights, and 2 LTTBs. There's a chance. There is a chance to see 2 LTTBs square off against 2 WZ-131s in a gentleman's duel of sorts. I would love to see it, but Rude Awakening's push towards the middle was unanswered. Aside from a very rude shot from an IS-3.
Wow.
Who said, nope, we're not going to play that game.
Now Valera Deslayer being the one to find more damage in his IS-3, getting dropped to 957 points there. Good kind of exchange back and forth, a good response from Refuse Gaming, and now in the center road. Got a push from 3 over down there in the northern corner. Rude Awakening making his way to join the rest of the team. Master Putin and Kazo coming up top, taking a shot into Sublime Banana. Beautiful focus fire there. 1,100 points of damage. He needs to be careful. He is extremely low. Another shot, and he is down to 149 points in that IS-3. Hashtag are you doing a good job spotting him out and really focusing their shots onto Sublime Banana.
Hashtag are you uses the G8 area better than pretty much anybody else in the league. I haven't really seen anybody else actually do it that much. And they know the spotting, they know the render distance, and they know the angles, as one would expect or one can see. Sublime pretty much got wrecked just in the crossing due to those angles themselves, and now they have plenty of time. They've slowed down Refuse. They can flank, they can move into the west, reinforce their only weak flank, and it's a very strong strategy and opening move from Hashtag U. But they got penalized quite a bit for it themselves with Abrasive getting hammered there in the middle. Actually, no, he wasn't in the middle. He seems to be pretty far into the eastern city. I didn't actually catch how he got hit so much.
Taking a lot of damage there. Drogon and EC3 now making it to that southwestern cap point. Cap number 1, ladies and gentlemen, in that map. Bottom right-hand corner. Still in the center. Master Putin now pushing up a little further. Sublime Banana is still back in his IS-3. He is isolated. The rest of his team have left him there. So the question is, how much will Hashtag you spend to take him out? And when they do, can Refuse find an overmatch possibly that they're looking for? Down the south there, a little bit of a dance going between these teams. Topo, Valera on top. Master Putin still trying to find Sublime Banana. Sublime is spotted. He's doing his best just to survive. Looks like Abrasive coming to join the fight as well. This is 3 tanks going out. Abrasive does find Sublime Banana. Now they've picked that one up, and it looks like Kazo and Master Putin are going to go for the flank. Memory Leak in his WZ-131 needs to be careful. He needs to now stall as much as he can, and Refuse Game may have to find an answer while they have an overmatch, and if they can take it. I don't know if they actually spotted Memory Leak here, because he looked like he might have made it out without being spotted at all, and if that was the case, it's going to be interesting to see where this WZ-131 goes. I don't know if they were spotted as well. Drogon now, meanwhile, back taking some damage himself. A lot of shots going through. KT being the focus, and the push for Refuse Gaming has begun. This is what they're looking for. Let's see if they can come out on top, or if Hashtag are you, who does have the HP advantage and does have the tank advantage, will claim their first victory on the Lakeville. The battle, ladies and gentlemen, has begun. Over on the side, Drogon is extremely low. One more shot, he will go down. Coolhammer getting shot from the back, and Topol, though, is low himself. KT and Eclipse dueling it off. Game is rigged, and Master Putin double kills. Drogon and Coolhammer going down. EC3 finding a tank himself, and now Master Putin from Hashtag U is in trouble as Memory and E63 come around to flank him. Rude Awakening taking a shot as well. KT goes down for the side of Refuse, but E63 find Master Putin. Game is rigged, picks up some member of Hashtag U. I couldn't quite pick it out, and now Memory Leak and E63 are the only ones who remain against Valera, Eclipse, Abrasive, and game is rigged, and it looks like Hashtag EU will pick up this victory if all goes their way. They are a couple hundred up on HP.
Yeah, there's pretty much no chance here. Hashtag EU's on defense. You're not going anywhere quickly if you refuse. You know, you don't get spotted over here on the western side by this cap for 30, 40 seconds. Somebody's going to come check to see if you're still there. And wherever you go, you're going to be found.
Right.
There's no situation that's going to be better than what they have here, unless, well, that is a very questionable decision to send Abrasive over there right now. Abrasive might get a chance. Eclipse is coming to check the 1-2 here. Abrasive might get a chance to run, but otherwise, he could very easily just go down to these two, or perhaps they're faking it and going back. They're probably recognizing they don't have a whole lot of time, or that it's generally just hopeless anyways. And they're going to go back in. They might catch Eclipse unawares.
Oh, man. Here we go. Let's see if they do the first shot going through. Just a track. No damage. Memory Leak coming to respond. Let's see if he can find the damage that makes it count. 220 going through. 462. Eclipse having to back out in that IS-3. But now the response, Valera. A nice shot there. Going on to E63. More damage, but it looks like Hashtag EU is back. They're ready to respond. And Eclipse picking up E63. Memory Leak is the only one who is alive. They're just going to send Game is Rigged to come clean this one up. And Eclipse sitting back waiting for his shot to go through. The shot missing for Game is rigged, but with 1 minute and 15 seconds left and 3 tanks barreling down on Memory League's position, this will be hashtag our huge game. They're going to pick up their first victory here on our 4th matchup of the night against Refuse Gaming. Memory League going down there. And again, first victory for hashtag RU. I mean, that was a very explosive battle happened in that southwestern corner. I mean, tanks fighting all over the place, left and right, people dropping. Was that when it got down to that? Was that where we got into the hashtag U just being really good at the tank on tank battling?
Yeah, I mean, really, it all went wrong for Refuse
from Sublime
immediately.
Banana.
That counter to the Western play,
yeah,
too strong, too strong,
yeah,
if you will.
I will.
Nothing to really look at in stats too much.
Okay.
I will point out that E63M6 got 2541 damage with 3 kills overall.
Wow.
And Memory League in a WZ131 put up 1722. Wow, that's a lot.
Pretty good.
Yeah, for a tier 7. Very nice. Eclipse leading off Hashigayu with 2289 and Valera Desolator 1872. Both of them in IS3s.
Okay.
So looks like actually game is rigged, picking up 1400 in LTTB and 3 kills. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Bad. Okay, so I was wrong. We could have gone in stats, but
sorry, it's too late. Too late now, guys.
I messed up.
Don't write.
I made a mistake. Sorry.
Looking at Sublime Banana's position there in that IS3, obviously he got picked out. He had to stay up in the north by himself for a while. My question is, would it have been worth, I believe, hashtag, a Refuse? Would it have been worth Refuse to take one of those WZ131s and block some shots, allowing Sublime Banana to get out from the position where he was at? Or is it better saying, hey man, sorry, you've taken too much damage as it is, we're going to leave there?
Well, he took a lot of damage from people in the town.
Yeah.
So if you put a WZ131 there, it's probably just going to explode.
Oh.
And then he's still not getting out. So
not a good problem.
Yeah, he's pretty screwed once he got there.
So you just leave
honestly.
him alone. Leave
Didn't
him
have
be.
a chance.
Do the best that they could with what they've got. Ladies and gentlemen, our next battle is underway. Refuse Gaming versus hashtag RU. Let's see if hashtag U can tie it up 2-2, or if Refuse Gaming can make it 3-1. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tank.
Refuse Gaming with 3 IS3s, 2 T54 lightweights, an LTTB, and a WZ131. Hashtag U with the 5100, 2 IS3s, a T32, 2 T54 lightweights, and an AMX-12T.
So Refuse Gaming dropping one of those WZ131s in exchange for a T54? Is that correct?
Dropping what for a T54?
A WZ131?
No.
They exchanged it out.
LTTB for WZ1.
Got it.
WZ131 for an LTTB?
Got it.
Yes. Something like that.
I'm wondering if that was going to... maybe that's something like one of the tanks that would have done them better in what the situation they got themselves in last time, or if it's relatively the same.
Generally been playing one of each, so I'm not sure they switched anything in this instance. They're bringing the same amount of IS3s, I believe. Hashtag RU is fairly concentrated in the southeast. It's not the same strategy they ran last time at all. They're not pushed up against the city.
Yep.
And it looks like Refuse is a little bit worried about that. Trying to get a spot on hashtag RU crossing. But it doesn't look like they're going to get it.
All right, here.
Because hashtag RU isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, they are not moving. They're solid in their defense. Let's see. Obviously, the stall game will favor hashtag U. He's going to sit there and let the time stall out. And I'm looking, over where Brace is positioned. He's making sure, no one comes down the valley there, down the 1-2 line. But there was a place, I believe, Baby Halo got it. We're watching on Lamb. I think he was the one who kind of crossed the position here and got over into the H1, G1 area and caused a lot of trouble for anyone who pushed down the valley. David, why do you think we haven't seen more people use that? Because I thought it was really fun to see it, and we haven't seen anyone else do it since.
Which spot in particular are you talking about?
The GH1 area.
Oh, right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know particularly how good it is, honestly. It's a position that once he's there, he's essentially stranded. I mean, we could take a little bit longer of a look at it.
Okay.
But he can kind of stay hidden from people as they go through. And then he's got some decent terrain. If you could get something like a Pershing up there, it could be mean. Or even well, I don't know, a T-32 might be too big. Something with a proper hull down. It could be very, very good.
Okay.
But everything else has to poke. And when they poke, you can still penetrate them in the turret or whatever fairly easily. The RU-251 is what we saw up there before, and he just didn't get it done. Doesn't have that great of shots, and his big advantage was actually more the fact that he can hide up there and then come down and flank and be a fairly big problem. But I don't know. Just not a big fan of it, honestly. Feels a little bit gimmicky.
All right, well, we haven't seen anyone use it since, so possibly they have the same thoughts as you, David, on that. Now going through Abrasive, did a good job spotting the push down from the valley, has backed off safely. Drogon, really coming up on top. An LTB and a T-54, but now Abrasive takes some shots from the back and the front. A nice little positioning there. Good focus fire coming out from Refuse Gaming. Abrasive making his best, trying to sprint over to the mountain, trying to find whatever cover that he can. He does get there safely. Now, it looks like he's going to be able to take some nice shots there. The first shot just barely missing. If it would have been right over that top of the rock, might have hit it. But Abrasive taking 419 shots from KT in that I3. Up over on the center, we've got E63 taking a lot of damage in that T-54. He's getting extremely low. He needs to get out of there quickly, or our hashtag you might be able to punish us. Valera and Master Putin coming through. Eclipse picks up E63, and the center road control now is lost for Refuse Gaming. And on the way out, Drogon taking a clip from Valera. And that T-54 trying his best to run away. Valera positioning himself up. Game is rigged. Also finding KT. Hashtag are you. 7 members still in that team against now just the 5 of Refuse Gaming. The battle has begun now for the city, and over on the valley, it is a 2-on-1, but Abrasive is backing up Valera. Topol takes some damage over here in that IS-3. Shots going through, and Master Putin has claimed the victory, has claimed the control of that center hill for the side of hashtag are you. Eclipse and Game is rigged on the run. Kazo, a beautiful shot. Nice double tap coming out there. Sublime Banana picking that one up. Now the first tank falling for hashtag are you. Let's see if Refuse Gaming can claw their way back from this deficit. They are about 1,000 points of HP down. Valera now takes some shots over in the southwest, and Sublime Banana picking up Topol. Now it is a 5-on-5 Refuse Gaming, showing that they can and indeed may exactly do what I was saying, claw their way back here against hashtag are you. Eclipse in that T-32 is healthy. And now the shot's going through. Game is rigged, getting shot in that 5100. He is now reloaded, but Sublime might be Rude Awakening picking that one up. No more shots coming out for that 5100. A nice pickup for Refuse there. It is now a 5-on-4. And David, looking at the positioning, who are you going to give this one to?
Refuse Gaming.
All right.
Honestly. Most of they have enough to take out Valera without Abrasive really helping it. They just don't really see it right now. And they're doing enough to lock him down, just keeping a tier 8 out of the fight, but it's at the cost of an 8 and a 7. It's not really fair at this point, but you could very easily just trade one of these tanks, ideally the LGTB, in order to get Valera just through sheer DPM of the 54 lightweight. But with both of these guys, there we go. We need a little bit of wombo combo. Nope, never mind. Start distracting him, and you stand a better chance. Low roll on Drogon Pro, and now Refuse is back in the game with probably both tanks. Memory League going to come around and clean up Valera. There we go. Wombo combo dancing back and forth, and he still
Valera
picks it up.
Picking up Memory League, a beautiful chunk there. And down over on the southeastern corner, we had Sublime Banana finding another member of hashtag RU. Refuse Gaming, 933 points of HP against hashtag RU's 1,300. Everyone extremely low, except for Master Putin on the side of hashtag U and Coolhammer on the side of Refuse Gaming. Let's see if he can find the other shot. Drogon, just see like go to Abrasive, picks that one up. A team before going down. It looks like hashtag RU will be able to tie this one up. Just Coolhammer and Sublime Banana remain. 2 IS3s, one more shot. 25 seconds are on the clock of the battle overall, and Abrasive is just gonna run away. Hashtag are you gonna pick up another victory and tie up our 4th and final match of the night. All right, this is probably making Noble extremely happy. Like we were saying, if Refuse Gaming or if hashtag you can take a victory off of Refuse Gaming, can take points off of them, that will that would I think secure Noble's spot. Really finding a good seed to the playoff. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag are you tying it up 2-2, letting the clock run out. They were on defense, so they did pick that one up. Refuse Gaming, obviously looking a lot better on defense than on offense, and vice versa. Or I guess the same going out for hashtag are you, and both winning 2 wins on defense.
We have enough to discuss statistics, so we shall do it.
Let's do it. Going to stats.
Sublime Banana leading off his team with 25-16. Notice E63 didn't get a whole lot, and he only shot twice before he died. And there is one of the more important players in the team going down fairly early, Drogon Pro, being locked out of the fight along with Memory Leak. Honestly, it would have been better for them just to sacrifice a tank to get that kill.
Okay.
And Abrasive's little slip maneuver coming in there at the end to pick up Drogon was perfect, but we'll talk about that in a second. Eclipse and Valera Desolator putting the team on their shoulders and getting it done to keep #U in this fight. So, the Abrasive thing.
Yeah.
He was not spotted coming in.
Okay.
The IS-3 was. So Drogon is busy trying to find some sort of cheeky shot through the gap to hit that. And Abrasive just appears around the corner and shoots him right in the face. And that is something that a lot of people would be hesitant about. Or there's potentially a better way that Abrasive could have done it. But whatever. Something people are often very hesitant about. They're worried that if they poke the corner, they might die.
Sure.
But in that situation, it was perfect. It's exactly what you needed, and it's something that, honestly, Refuse should have done a long time ago. They allowed They allowed Valera Desolator to shut down the entire 1-2 push. Would not be surprised if Rude Awakening or Coolhammer, or I think it's Coolhammer that manages the personnel, giving somebody a firm scolding for that one.
Wow. All right, well,
at least after the match.
Now. Right, not now. You don't want to put your team further on tilt here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is all tied up 2-2. We are into our second map-up of our fourth match of the night, going on to Ruinberg. Refuse Gaming going to be on the offense. #U on the defense. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
Refuse Gaming starting out on offense with 2 IS-3s, 3 T-54 lightweights, an LTTB, and a WZ-131. #U with a 5100, 4 IS-3s, and 2 LTTBs. A lot of Tier 7s. Again, it's always that chance of a glorious Tier 7 fight. In which I believe
Make Dave proud.
David
proud.
The WZ-131 would help win that. But anyways, so far starting off right down the middle of the road for Refuse. This is actually something, if they continue on this path, something we've seen them do before. Yep, looks like they're going to. Just going to barrel right down that road and make sure they get into the Delta Village quickly enough. Most of those IS-3s can't get there. They know the timing of this, and you can see it developing right now. They're slipping right past that gap and getting into the south side. They do have some shots on Topol's IS-3 there in the north, and Kazo's LTTB in the middle. Passing up Kazo, making one miss from E63.
There we go, shots going across the valley there. Kazo on the run in that LTTB. The question is, can he make it out safely? Or he is still... I don't think he's now no longer spotted there. Doing a good job avoiding any sort of extra damage that you do not want to take on the run. And over in Delta Village now, we've got the fight. Looks like KT going to start applying cap pressure as well as Z63. 2 members on that cap over in the eastern side. #U though has maintained and has actually gained that Delta Village control here. Eclipse pushing over that IS-3. Now the question is going to be, how can #U punish what Refuse Gaming is doing? And if Refuse Gaming can throw the damage right back in the face of #U Eclipse, taking some shots from Memory Leak in that LTTB. David, looking at that position, I mean, could that make or break what Refuse is trying to do here? As we got a fight breaking out over Delta Village. Master Putin taking a lot of damage in his IS-3. He's moving forward, trying to find some sort of cap. Reset if he can. Let's see if he has enough time. He does not. Coolhammer with the pickup. Now 12 seconds. Valera getting a clutch reset there. 416 points into KT, resetting the cap, and it looks like that was enough to make Refuse Gaming forget about the cap and just go for whatever sort of overmatch they might be able to find. Kazo, though, picking up Memory Leak over there in that LTTB. 2 LTTBs against 1. Not quite the fight game that you were looking for. As Sublime Banana taking some more shots. His IS-3 coming around the corner. KT, E63, and a Coolhammer trying to shut down this 5100. Rude Awakening from the side. The WZ-131 finding that 5100, but #U trying to do their best to stay in this fight. They are, though, down HP, but it's tied up tank. Drogon, though, finding a kill against Valera Desolator. More tanks falling for the side of #U. It is a bloodbath in Delta Village here. Let's see what these LTTBs can do for the side of #U, or if Refuse Gaming can continue this victory. 4 tanks for #RU. 5 for the side of Refuse Gaming. Drogon is low. Rude Awakening, only 80 points of HP in that WZ-131, but Refuse now does have control of the Delta Village. Topo going down. KT finding that kill, and now Just Gaming's rigged. Eclipse and Kazo remain for the defensive team. Let's see how much damage they can do before they get too much damage in return. 259 there going to the IS-3. KT now repositioning himself. Looks like he's looking just for Game is Rigged here. Eclipse taking even more damage. Kazo as well. KT shot on the Game is Rigged, actually missing there. Unfortunately for that T-54, let's see if the LTB can turn this one around. No, KT shot, taking him out. Kazo, though, does find the IS-3, but they are now being surrounded and flanked from the back. KT shot again. Drogon gonna pick up Kazo, and now it is just Eclipse remaining for #RU. Refuse Gaming gonna pick up a victory on the Rulenberg, making it now 3-2. Our fourth matchup of the night. Congratulations there, coming up for the offensive team. Now, David, like you were saying, we've seen Refuse do what they were doing in the beginning. We see that push over on that F road. Did they do as much damage, do you think, as they were hoping? Is there more that they were trying to find there, or?
That went mostly according to plan.
Okay.
I don't think they intended to lose Memory League up north, but they did an aggressive scout with him just to find out what was there, so they could make a informed push into the city.
Gotcha.
It's a very refined strategy where you put people on cap, and then you basically control the F road, so anybody who moves in and around in it gets fired.
Gets punished.
Gets punished for it. There's a number of alleys they're also taking advantage of. Overall, statistically, we can go to them.
Yeah,
do it.
there it is.
We can do it.
We love you guys.
Just a lot of damage in these fights. E63, again leading his team, followed by Kuhammer, KT, and pretty much everybody except for the two tier 7s breaking 1,000. Meanwhile, for #RU, Eclipse again leading, Valera again leading, and everybody else pretty much getting isolated, struggling to get into the fight. Aside from Kazo, who's been playing that LTDB like a monster.
Well, very well. Also, a question I was having, we're going to, because early on in the season, we're talking about, will we see teams, hold on to their secret strategies until we get later on in the season, or will they just continue to do the thing and just really save it for the playoffs? Have we seen, out of either of these teams, Refuse Gaming or #RU, from this matchup, pull out anything we haven't seen before, or is it still pretty standard, pretty typical?
It's still pretty standard. We've seen #RU. We've only seen them do that aggressive 4-line scout on Lakeville that ended up netting them Sublime Banana. We've seen them do something like it once.
Okay.
But we haven't seen them do exactly that before. But that's pretty much the only thing that was new.
Okay. Well, we have still yet to see then these teams bust out something completely new for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the next battle is underway. Refuse Gaming against #RU, same sides as last time. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
Refuse Gaming still on offense with 3 IS-3s, 2 T-54 lightweights, an LTTB, and a WZ-131. #RU with an AMX 5100, 4 IS-3s, and 2 LTTBs.
All right, so we could have the LTTB fight.
It's possible. More likely. Possible.
And don't curse it. Now, Refuse Gaming, it looks like they're going for a different approach this time, sending more to the south, not pushing that F-road as aggressively. Kind of going for a more standard opening, as we've seen out this offensive team. I mean, if they do pick up this victory, I mean, right now they're at a point 3-2 where they will be on to defense, and they just need to hold 2 on defense. Good position to be in. But man, if they take this victory, just holding 1 on defense is an even better one. Obviously, they're looking for those pickup, just like any other pickup. Game is rigged, and Valera in the Delta Village. Game is rigged. Doing a little bit of scouting. Valera taking a shot in the memory link. Nothing connecting there. Stopping, though, Rude Awakening in his tracks. Drogon pushing straight up here. See if he can find an angle that he wants into. Game is rigged now, backing off with Valera. I'm not sure if they know they're a little too far pushed up, or if they've just revealed positions that they're just kind of going to the second stage of their strategy. As this continues, it will unfold. But David, looking at where Topol and Kazo are, Topol, I know Kazo could really get to the the fight if something were to break out, but Topol, is he in a situation right now in his tank? He's in a heavy that if Refuse Gaming were to put some pressure on Delta Village right now, he couldn't make it in time, or is he still in a decent position to take shots?
He can still make it in time to respond to the cap, but he has to get moving pretty much now. And Refuse Gaming basically doing a heavier version of what they did last time, this time just stepping it up with a 3rd IS-3 to get into that F-road fight. It's going to be similar control, and they're going to need to focus mostly on the 0 line based on where #RU is positioning themselves, or it could get very bad unless they just out-tank him face-to-face.
Well, here we go, 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Valera desperate coming for the shot, does find it onto KT, gets a reset, but the cap goes right back down to 10 because 3 members are on it. So now more shots going out for 4 members, are on that cap. Refuse Gaming, though, taking maybe a little more punishment than they expected. Now abandoning the cap again, just like last time, and pushing into Delta Village. The question is, can #RU hold them this time, or will Refuse Gaming get another victory? Abrasive has made it into the Delta with a 5100, having some shots going. 82 seconds, E63 finding Valera Desolator, a tank falling for a #RU. Though #U is still up on the HP. Coolhammer, though, finding Master Putin. Kazo taking down members for Refuse. It is now a 6-on-5. Though HP still heavily in favor of #U. Game is rigged, finding KT. It is a 2-on-2. The battle in the Delta Village still going as Drogon taking down Abrasive in that 5100. It is now just Topol, Eclipse, Game is rigged, and Kazo for the side of #U against Refuse Gaming, who has Delta Village control. See how well that they can use it.
It's an interesting spread coming out of Refuse Gaming. It's not exactly ideal based on how many tanks are collapsing upon them right now, but the IS-3 Eclipse being the easiest grab. Kazo is also somewhat important, and right now Refuse is trying to find their, or #U trying to find their own isolation to jump on. And they're finding one more with Rude Awakening there in the corner.
There we go, Kazo and Games Rig gonna try to finish that one up. Games Rig picking it up, and now it is a 4-on-3. Let's see if Refuse Gaming can do their best with what they've got. Memory Leak has to do a lot of damage here. They might be riding on him for this. EC3, 629 points there. Topol looks like he's gonna be the next focus, but Gaming's Rig coming around. Eclipse having the shot ready. E63 picks up Topol. Coolhammer lets the shot fly into Gaming's Rig, but Eclipse picks up Coolhammer. E63 finding Kazo. Back-to-back kills. It is now a 2-on-2. Refuse Gaming with 1,100 points of damage against #U with just 469. And with the shot missing from Gaming's Rig, it is looking less and less good for #RU. Memory Link pushing in, E63 finding Eclipse, and now one more shot, and Gaming's Rig will go down, and that'll make Refuse Gaming up 4-2. Going into our next battle onto Ruinberg. Again, we are going to be switching sides, so Refuse will be on the defense. Just needs to pick up one more to clean this one out. Now, David, looking at what just happened there, we got Refuse Gaming going for the, like I said, a similar push from what happened last time. But #RU coming out, win those fights. When they do push onto Refuse, they make them reset the cap, and they have almost 1,500 points of HP in the lead. How does Refuse each time claw their way back from that deficit?
It's all about positions and where they're drawing #RU towards.
Okay.
They have to go to certain areas, which gives Refuse the openings they want. And they're hitting their shots for the most part. I mean, the overall hit point disparity may not be in their favor occasionally, but they're getting a lot of focus damage on tanks, which gets the guns out of the fight and helps snowball their way to victory in that instance. That last part got way messier than it needed to be. It was firmly in Refuse's grasp.
Okay.
With #U in one spot with 4 tanks.
Right, all of
and
them.
you have 5 and cover and elevation. You pretty much just fight it
right.
and don't mess up. Spreading out like that
Messing up
enables them, the 2 LTTBs, to pick off tank, 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 3 in a row, all cleaning it up. And it got a lot closer. Memory Leak holding his own.
Okay.
And largely E63 hitting some tricky shots. In particular, on that reverse angled Eclipse IS-3 is not an easy shot to hit. He actually bounced the first one. I was surprised. I was like, E63 doesn't bounce?
No.
He has the highest accuracy or penetration accuracy in the league.
That guy's the man.
And nope, he didn't miss the second one. And he pulled out 2,000 damage and 4 kills.
Ooh. Any more highlights from Snatzer that you saw before we get into the next match?
I believe Game is Rigged did like 1,400 in LTDB, but the battle's starting, so I can't go to it.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if Refuse Gaming can pick up just one more victory and end out the night, or if #RU can come back and claw their way through a tiebreaker. Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
Refuse Gaming with 2 IS-3s, 3 T-54 lightweights, a Tiger 1 and a WZ-131. #RU with 3 IS-3s, 3 T-54 lightweights, and a T-37. It is worth noting, #RU is now on offense. Refuse Gaming is now on defense.
Yeah.
And they need to only hold for 7 minutes or kill every other tank to clinch 2nd overall in the league and a playoff bye, which is hands down huge. Important beyond belief. It guarantees not only do they get to skip a round of battles, but that they don't have to play high voltage first.
Wow, that is a huge victory indeed, especially seeing the scary team that High Voltage is. Refuse Gaming definitely really would love this victory. And so far, if this continues to go as it has been, they will get it. The question is, will #RU stop them and put a damper on their parade? A 4-man push now coming out there. Actually fought Oh, yeah. No, four-man push going from the south there from #U. Going straight across, looking for KT, who has gotten into that K0 position extremely quickly. And now pushing over the top is Master Putin, Kazo, and abrasive for #U. Kazo getting lit up from the Delta Village. Beautiful focus fire going on through. One more shot, KT, he'll go down. Master Putin is the one to pick that one up. And now Memory League looks like he's going to focus. Drogon finding Kazo now, and Valera, Eclipse, and Topol doing their best to put Cap Restaurant to turn Refuse Gaming attention away from the tanks, who should be going down there in the south. Master Putin, one more shot of bounds going on to abrasive, but Master Putin finds Memory League. It is now 2 tanks down for the side of Refuse Gaming, and just 1 for #RU. But Master Putin is extremely low, and he should be going down any minute now. But the shots for Refuse Gaming, not a single one connecting there onto those 2 T-54s down in the south. No, #U deciding to get off. Eclipse and Valera going just for the Delta Village, trying to spare their teammates down there in the south. Valera, Desolator fighting E63. 3 tanks down for Refuse Gaming. #U still has 6. Let's see if they can continue to find this victory. The HP, though, not as far as you might expect. Only 4,700 for Refuse Gaming, 5,200 for #RU. And Rude Awakening, that WZ134. And David, his positioning, is he right now? Is he in a place where he can do a lot of work, or is
yes,
he
can take down Eclipse,
down?
which should solve a lot of the problems Refuse Gaming has right now. It's going to force Eclipse to push directly through. Tiger 1, so Drogon Pro going down right there is a big problem overall. Sublime Banana's pinned, is going to take a lot of damage. Cool Hammer picking up a kill on Valera Desolator. Rude Awakening is going to have to do a boatload of work to get this back.
Let's see if he can do that indeed. Just 3 tanks remain for Refuse Gaming. Eclipse taking a shot there from the back. Cool Hammer now in his eyes. You're going through. Sublime Banana, one more shot. He will go down. He tries to take the shot at Topol. Nothing happened, but Topol finds Sublime Banana. And now game is rigged, and Master Putin coming to shut down Cool Hammer in his IS-3. Rude Awakening finding Eclipse. And now let's see how quickly he can get into the fight. No abrasive taking down that IS-3. Looks like #RU is going to pick up a 3rd victory against Refuse Gaming, as Rude Awakening is the only one alive for his team.
That was crazy. I honestly expected that to go in Refuse Gaming's favor. I thought it was over. #U clawing their way back out of it. In particular, Putin staying alive at such low hit points is a very critical win for them overall. Plus, he lost a lot of tanks for a zero-line scout, if you ask me. Coming out of Refuse Gaming there, it would have been better to maybe risk the WZ-131. I'm not sure why sending force down there. But you do want to hold that corner, so it is important to send a certain amount of tanks there, but you probably want to reinforce them with something a little bit better. This is actually a scenario, and even though it didn't work out, this is actually a map where I kind of like the Tiger 1 being used the way he was. He has a lot of zero-line presence and control with the DPM, just cranking out shots, and his actual armor capacity and all that doesn't matter so much because he's so far back. It's similar to what the tank destroyers do, the Borsig and the ISU. He can do the same thing, but he's 1 less point. And if you're already planning on bringing a WZ-131, why not?
Sure. Well, congratulations there for #RU. Now finding a 3rd victory of the night. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they can tie this one up, and if they can take a victory against Refuse Gaming, the number 2 right now for our standings. And like you're saying, I mean, Refuse Gaming really want this, because like
they have to have it. Otherwise, they just wasted most of their season. Because as far as I'm concerned, what seed do I want?
Yeah,
1st or 2nd.
Okay.
And other than that, 4th through 6th,
Same.
I still have to play a battle. Now it may matter for who you play and that kind of thing, and that's super important on its own as well.
Sure.
You may just draw the wrong team, and the team that has your number out of everybody, and if you didn't play them, you might win the whole thing.
Huh.
That happens sometimes. But as it is, well, before we lose the ability to talk about stats, just want to point out abrasive 2888.
Wow.
And his T-54 lightweight.
It's a nice,
crazy.
Nice amount of damage there for that light tank.
Cool Hammer leading off. Cool Hammer and Drogon, so IS-3 and Tiger 1 leading off for Refuse, but the rest of them just did not get their damage in. E63 and KT being 2 people who just got wrecked. And those are 2 of their most important players, and they're just not. They're not getting in a situation. They're not staying alive.
Sure. And
they are the players who can drag that out of the fire. So.
Well, the question is for me is what Cool Hammer said in the face-off. Do you think was that true? They said we're coming to the part. We're kind of relaxing a bit. We haven't practiced in a couple weeks.
It better not be true. It's not over yet. I mean, if they had beaten Noble last week, sure, kick your feet up.
Just chill.
take it easy. Still want to win your next match just to make
Right.
sure everybody's scared of you.
Right.
But and who likes to lose, right? But this is coming too close. You're one game away from a draw,
But
2
you're-
games away from losing second place.
That's right, but you are also one more game away from the victory, ladies and gentlemen. Getting into the next battle, Refuse is now up 4-2, 4-3 now against #U. Let's see if they can clench out the victory here, or if #U can tie this up. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for the tank.
Well, no matter what, it's going to end on Ruinberg. He's come back. Refuse Gaming with a 5100, 3 IS3s, 2 T54 lightweights, and AMX 12T. #U trying to tie this up with 3 IS3s, 3 T54 lightweights, and a T37. Just play the dirty game. That's all #RU wants to do. Get in there and brawl it out. Let's see if they can play better. It's a very close call between the talent on these 2 teams,
Right.
but the 5100 for Refuse Gaming is a very good improvement over what they were doing last time. Much more capable of the brawl. Rude Awakening, the only thing being risk down there at the bottom, and it does not. Okay, I'm a little bit surprised about the tanks going into the north, but #RU doing the same move, going southeast.
Yep.
Tanks a little bit more set up to punish it this time around, and we should get some spots coming out of Rude Awakening's 12T. But he didn't actually get anybody there at the bottom. That's the problem. Drogon Pro getting shot in return, but game is rigged. Might go down. That would be everything.
All right, well, let's see. As more damage going across down to E63, and his T54, Kazo, Master Putin, and Abrasive down in this K0 position. We saw him last time. David, what is the reason why these tanks are not going further south and just staying on top of the hills? Is it to get the shots they're getting into Delta Village?
You're talking about the tanks all the way down.
Yeah, K0 for #RU.
It's just it's hard for them to leave, and they're great shots to fire all the way down the 0 line, which is
Gotcha.
the point of control that you need. And then when you want to move, you drive straight up the line through the camouflage cover. You get into the city fairly easily.
Gotcha. Well, now we've got the cap pressure being applied for #RU. Let's see if
Strat Refuse runs right back at him, man.
Oh man, let's see if they can do this well. He's taking another chunk of damage. The cap's getting reset. Up down to 93 seconds. 2 members on that, but Valera takes some shots from the side, coming from Memory Link. That team before now, it looks like they decided to back out here, because they're not getting quite accomplishing what they wanted to accomplish. And over on the right, Drogon staying into the Delta Village with Coolhammer, KT, Sublime, and Rude Awakening. Rude Awakening at 12T doing a good job spotting. Not sure if he has spotted himself. Then with KT finding Valera, Desolator, and Topol going down as well. Sublime Man picking up that shot. And now Drogon finding Eclipse. 3 tanks going down back to back for the side of #RU. Refuse Gaming. Looks like they want to end this one right now. Master Putin does find a kill on the Refuse, but it is 6 on 4. And here comes a push for #RU. I think they know if they decide to hold this out any longer, it is definitely not going to be possible for them to find a victory. Game is rigged. One more shot, and he will go down. Abrasive and Master Putin going against Coolhammer. And IH3 against 2 T54s. KT coming on the side. E63 picking up. Game is rigged there. Now just 3 tanks remain. Kazo over on the side. A T37 against a T54 Memory Leak. Driving that one for Refuse Gaming. And back here in Delta Village, Abrasive, a huge chunk of damage. 824 Sublime Banana with the pickup. Master Putin and Kazo is all that remains, and Refuse Gaming gonna pick up the victory, gonna make it the 2nd place seed on the playoffs. E63 and Coolhammer finding those 2 final kills. Congratulations there to Refuse Gaming for that victory, but like you said, David, they got a little too close for comfort there. #RU doing a great job with some of those head-to-head brawls, those fights in the cities on the Lakeville and into Ruinberg, but Refuse Gaming coming out on top.
The entirety of Noble is looking like Darth Vader at the end of episode 3 right now.
No! So bad.
The rooms are exploding.
They probably have that.
Overall, statistically, KT 2300.
Wow.
And that's all you really need to talk about in that battle.
Sure.
That's it. That's all.
That is all.
And
she wrote.
Refuse seals up 2nd place.
Congratulations to that team. Now on top of the leaderboards, they've been hanging up with the top all season. So a good and I guess a proper win for them and a proper victory there. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. That is our 4th and final matchup of the night. If you guys missed anything, let me go over what you might have missed. Up first, Maple versus Lamp. Lamp taking that victory 5-4, followed by Simp beating 07 5-1. Third was Noble beating Synergy 5-0. And finally, what you guys just saw, Refuse beating #RU 5-3. David, out of all the fights that we saw tonight, what was the highlight from you?
Overall, that last battle, that last set was pretty great. So I'd say that was the overall highlight, just the whole set. There's nothing. No one event was really fantastic.
Good battles going out between both of them as well. For me, it would be just the fight between Nobles.
Wait a minute.
Synergy.
What am I thinking? Meadowhawk.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you're right. I forgot about Meadowhawk. The two either ammo racks or light the tanks on fire there, putting over 3,700 points of damage, I believe, at the end on mines.
And Overlord Prime. Also in a 3-on-1.
Killing it. Man,
his was harder, though.
No, see what happens at the beginning of the night? We forget all these things. Yeah, definitely the highlight for me, but extremely explosive battles there coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, go ahead and follow us on Facebook and YouTube /WGLNA. Thank you guys for watching this on BattleViewer.com, all of those of you that did. And finally, thanks for following us on Twitter @WGLNA so you guys can stay up to date on what's happening in the community around you. What is happening is Thursday, August 13th. We have some fantastic battles for you guys. Up first is going to be Elevate versus Game Over, followed by High Voltage versus Lamp. Third will be Rival versus Simp. And finally, Maple Freedom versus Noble. That is going to be the final day of our Season 1. Gold League is our 8th week, so when that comes, we'll be able to see really what you guys can be expecting for the playoffs. And again, the finals, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be on October 3rd here in Los Angeles, California, where the first place team is going to take home $75,000. You got to be there. You can't miss it. As always, on behalf of everyone here at the WGLNA, that is David Williams. I am Christian Toma. And as always, thanks for stopping by.